Hey guys! Hey, it's been a while. It's been 3 weeks since my last upload. I am really, really sorry about that. Then again, when this gets uploaded, I don't know like how much longer it's gonna be between the last upload and this one. Anyway, that doesn't matter. The point is that I'm getting to this now, and I hope you're all here to watch it. Anyway, so to continue where I left off in the part one review of Kingdom Hearts 1. Yeah, the music, the overall music in the game is just really, it is really, really good. It is honestly really solid, and in my humble opinion, I think Nobuo Uematsu would be really proud of Yoko Kanno and all the work that she did, making such great tracks, great compositions, and just wonderful, just really good tunes for every single bit of every aspect of Kingdom Hearts 1 because you genuinely, like, honestly, you're compelled to feel all sorts of different things almost as much as you are in a, if you were to play a Final Fantasy game and hear one of Nobuo Uematsu's tracks. So now the look and feel of the game, the look of the game honestly feels like Final Fantasy X, but on steroids. And it's just so interesting. Well, in a way it makes a lot of sense because this game kind of came out around the same time as Final Fantasy X did. I don't really know how close or how far apart both of those releases were, but the look of this game definitely does have some Final Fantasy of 10 vibes to it. But with that being said, this game is not in any way a copy paste of that thing. No, 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 no. It is not. It is definitely its own thing with its own characters, its own story, and everything else in between. But in a way, that look in a way also gives it its charm and its appeal because you've got some characters who look like really unique and quirky and everything like that. You've got some characters who look similar to one another, and then you've got some characters that just look kind of bizarre and crazy and interesting. Namely the Heartless. Namely the Heartless. I mean, a lot of the designs with the Heartless, even now, I still find a lot of the designs of the not just the grunt Heartless, but also the bigger ones and even the bosses and things like that, like just as interesting when this game came out as I do now. Like those designs to me are still really fascinating and really interesting. And also another commonality this game has with Final Fantasy X is there is voice acting is used to flesh out a lot of the characters. And you know what? I really feel like with this game, with the voice acting, they did so much of a better job, like making sure there weren't a lot of awkward mouth movements, a lot of weird, like vocal things going on from one moment to the next. Like it really feels like with this game, they did a lot of investing and a lot of time into not only making sure that the voice cast was solid, but also that the mouth movements and the dialogue really, matched up to one another. So definitely Square deserves a lot of credit when it comes to not just the look of this game, but also how much more solid the voice acting. Like, in all honesty, the transition from Final Fantasy X's voice acting to this honestly was one great leap forward. It really was. I mean, not that I necessarily hate Final Fantasy X's voice acting or anything like that, but you could definitely tell from 10 to this that they definitely learned their lesson. They're like, okay, we're gonna, actually do better with this. Like we're actually gonna put more effort into that so that way it can, actually flow and work with the overall thing that we're working for. So with the voice acting and the music and the combat and everything else, this game definitely comes together to form a really, really solid and cohesive package. I know that at first glance, to people who may have never heard of this game or people who don't even know that it even exists, if you were to look at this and think, oh, this game is like ketchup mixed with soy sauce or teriyaki sauce or something like that. Well, I can honestly say I have tried both of those things, and both of those combinations are actually kind of interesting. But the truth is, to me, this is a more sweet thing. like mixing peanut butter and chocolate, and just as satisfying as a Reese's peanut butter cup. It really is, because Kingdom Hearts 1 is definitely, most definitely a solid game that knocks it out of the park on absolutely everything that it sets out to do. And the package, from its graphics, its voice acting, its controls, and everything like that, definitely mishmash together in really good harmony with one another. So all in all, my overall thoughts and conclusions on this is that this game is, as far as Square branching out and trying to do different RPGs, this is probably one of the best executed RPG experiments that they've ever done. And anyone who's curious about this, or even remotely curious about this, or someone who has never even gotten into the Kingdom Hearts series or wouldn't even think about doing it, start with this one, and then just keep on, going with the series. Go to the next game and the next game. Your mileage, I don't know, your mileage may or may not vary. I can't really say, but the one thing I will say is at least start with this one, so that way you can find out for yourself if whether or not you will like it or not. Because if you don't like this one, then I don't necessarily know if you'll like the other games in the series, because the series started here, and I can honestly say for myself that the foundation is still solid even after all this time. But I don't know. That's up for you to decide. But for me, it's a win in my book. If it's a win in yours, that's great too. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this part 2 of my overall thoughts and feelings on Kingdom Hearts 1. Hopefully my next game review will be coming out really soon, and I may or may not have a new one plugged in the works right now. If y'all enjoyed this, please let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!